introduction. I invited him and several other young entrepreneurs to come and visit with me at the White House. And we had a really very long and important conversation about the future of America. And Tyler, you represent the best of our future. Thank you for that. Thank you. And please give it up for Quavo and Megan. So it is so good to see everyone. And let me also thank our incredible members of Congress who are with us this evening. Senator John Ossoff, Senator Raphael Warnock, and Representative Nikema Williams. To Mayor Andre Dickens, thank you for welcoming me.
I thought she was going to say 3,000.
To Atlanta. And thank you to the great Stacey Abrams for your extraordinary leadership. So, Georgia, it is so good to be back. And I am very clear. The path to the White House runs right through this state.
Or whatever state you go to after this and after that.
You all helped us win in 2020, and we're going to do it again in 2024. Yes, we will. So let's get right down. So I'm gonna get into some business now. Okay, I'm gonna get into some business now. All right. So Georgia, as many of you know, before, and have a seat if you have a chair. As many of you know, before I was elected vice president and before I was elected a United States senator, I was an elected attorney general and an elected district attorney. And before that, I was a courtroom prosecutor. So in those roles, I took on perpetrators of all kinds. Predators who abused women, fraudsters who ripped off consumers, cheaters who broke the rules for their own gain. So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
All right.
I know the type. And I have been dealing with people like him my entire career. For example, as Attorney General of California, I took on one of our country's largest for-profit colleges that was scamming students. Well, Donald Trump ran a for-profit college that scammed students. As a prosecutor, I specialized in child sexual abuse cases and sexual abuse cases. Well, Trump was found liable for committing sexual abuse. And as an attorney general, I held the big Wall Street banks accountable for fraud. Donald Trump, guilty of fraud, 34 counts. So in this campaign.
Oh, I did not see that coming.
So in this campaign.
I don't know how I didn't see it coming. I did it.
I will proudly put my record against his any day of the week. Any day of the week. Including, for example, on the issue of immigration. So I was the Attorney General of a border state.
Okay.
In that job, I walked underground tunnels between the United States and Mexico on that border with law enforcement officers. I went after transnational gangs, drug cartels, and human traffickers that came into our country illegally. I prosecuted them. in case after case, and I won. Donald Trump.
Don't say Mar-a-Lago.
Donald Trump, on the other hand, has been talking a big game about securing our border, but he does not walk the walk. Or as my friend Quavo would say, he does not walk it like he talks it.
She like, watch, I'm about to land this one, y'all. She landed it. Wow.
So look, our administration worked on the most significant border security bill in decades. Some of the most conservative Republicans in Washington, D.C. supported the bill. Even the Border Patrol endorsed it. It was all set to pass. But at the last minute, Trump directed his allies in the Senate to vote it down. Right. He tanked the bipartisan deal because he thought it would help him win an election. Which goes to show Donald Trump does not care about border security. He only cares about himself. And when I am president, I will work to actually solve the problem. So here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the border security bill that Donald Trump killed, and I will sign it into law and show Donald Trump what real leadership looks like.
Okay.
But make no mistake, this campaign is not just about us versus Donald Trump. Truly.
Good statement.
This campaign is about two very different visions for our nation. One focused on the future, the other focused on the past. We believe in a future where every person has the opportunity to build a business, to own a home, to build intergenerational wealth, a future with affordable health care, affordable child care, paid leave. And all of this is to say, building up the middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. Because we here all know when our middle class is strong, America is strong. And to keep our middle class strong, families need relief from the high cost of living so that they have a chance not just to get by, but to get ahead.
Yeah, it would be nice.
And yes, it is true that by many indicators, our economy is the strongest in the world.
I was asking that.
But while inflation is down and wages are up, prices are still too high. You know it and I know it. And when we win this election, here's what we're going to do about it. On day one, I will take on price gouging and bring down costs. We will ban more of those hidden fees and surprise late charges that banks and other companies use to pad their profits. We will take on corporate landlords and cap unfair rent increases. And we will take on Big Pharma to cap prescription drug costs for all Americans. Our plan will lower costs and save many middle-class families thousands of dollars a year. But Donald Trump has a different plan in mind, one that would raise prices on middle-class families. Just look at his Project 2025 agenda. I take it you've seen it.
I have not.
Project 2025 is a plan to weaken the middle class. Be clear. And Donald Trump intends to cut Social Security and Medicare. He intends to give tax breaks to billionaires and big corporations. He intends to gut our investments in clean energy jobs. He intends to end the Affordable Care Act, to take us back to a time when insurance companies had the power to deny people with pre-existing conditions. You guys remember what that was? Children with asthma, breast cancer survivors, grandparents with diabetes. Georgia, America has tried these failed policies before, and we are not going back. We're not going back. That's right.
You get her taste the rally.
And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. Across our nation, we are witnessing a full-on assault on hard-fought, hard-won freedoms and rights. The freedom to vote, the freedom to be safe from gun violence, the freedom to live without fear of bigotry and hate, the freedom to love who you love openly and with pride, the freedom to learn and acknowledge our true and full history.
Georgia Superintendent.
And the freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. Ours is a fight for the future and for freedom. And I don't have to tell folks in Atlanta that generations of Americans before us led the fight for freedom. And now the baton is in our hands.
Oh, that was a good one, lady.
Each and every one of us.
That was a good
And
one.
we love our country. We love our country. And I believe it is the highest form of patriotism to fight for the ideals of our country. And so, we who believe in the sacred freedom to vote will finally pass the Freedom to Vote Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Advancement Act. We who believe in the freedom to live safe from gun violence will finally pass universal background checks, red flag laws, and an assault weapons ban. We who believe in reproductive freedom will stop Donald Trump's extreme abortion bans, and when Congress passes a law to restore reproductive freedoms, as President of the United States, I will sign it into law.
Did y'all see the hand? She said, as president, like, yo, you hitting y'all with the manifestation. I claimed it. Claimed it, yo.
November 5th, November 5th is in 98 days.
Yo, she getting a taste of rally, y'all. I don't know. I don't know.
In 98 days, and let's level set. Friends, let's level set. We have a fight in front of us.
We sure do.
We have a fight in front of us, and we are the underdogs in this race. We are. But you see, this is a people-powered campaign. Ours is a people-powered campaign. In fact, after I announced my candidacy, we saw the best week of grassroots fundraising in presidential campaign history. And if you go to KamalaHarris.com, you can help us build on that success. So the momentum in this race is shifting. And there are signs that Donald Trump is feeling it. You may have noticed. So last week, you may have seen, he pulled out of the debate in September he had previously agreed to.
Come on, bro. Gotta give us a show, man.
Here's the thing.
Show up.
Here's the funny thing about that. So he won't debate, but he and his running mate sure seem to have a lot to say about me. And by the way, don't you find some of their stuff to just be plain weird?
I knew the weird was coming. I knew the weird was coming.
Oh, snap.
Well, Donald.
Oh, come on, man. Don't look at the camera. Oh, y'all, she getting a taste of rally.
I do hope you'll reconsider to meet me on the debate stage.
Come on, 4-5. You can't take this 4-5.
Because as the saying goes, if you've got something to say it to my face.
Come on, bro. Bro. Oh. That was a DEI dig right there. Damn. That was good, lady.
Thank you.
You got one in on that one.
Thank you. So, Georgia, in the next 98 days, we have our work cut out for us. And this is not going to be easy. This is hard work, but we like hard work. Hard work is good work. So, Georgia, today I ask you, are you ready to get to work? Do we believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you. God bless the United States.
All right. That was a little bit more to that than I expected.
From Wilmington, Delaware. I'm Ryan Thompson.
I'll be true. Let me see what y'all talking about.
On the Harris
What y'all talking about?
And I'm Victor Rubio Rivera, Deputy National Organizing Director. As Ryan mentioned, we're coming to you all live from Harris HQ following that incredible rally we all just watched in Atlanta. And look, folks, we have a great show for you tonight.
Not only are you going to hear from Vice President Harris herself, but also from two of the campaign's incredible surrogates, America Ferrera. And
that's real cool. That's real cool. That's very cool. I'm going to take this opportunity to actually talk on my own live stream. I'll come back and peek at y'all in a little bit. But wow, like really, to be honest, I'm a little bit wild because I didn't know what to expect from a Harris rally. And to be honest, I think she got a taste of rally, and I think she like it. I ain't gonna lie. I think she likes to rally. I was mainly interested in a couple of things. Number one, I wanted to see what the crowd size looked like. They looked like they had the Georgia Convention Center like piggity packed in there. They were packed up. The other thing I wanted to see was the Megan Thee Stallion performance, because I wanted to know if it was going to be an aid overall or if it was going to end up being ammunition later, for fodder to talk about. But the attire was pretty classy for what Meg does. The music was censored. The performance was pretty good. I didn't see that much, for anybody to speak about it negatively later. The other thing I wanted to know is if she was going to address immigration, and what she did, and she actually brought up the bipartisan bill that was on the table a few months ago. And not only was it bipartisan, but a lot of hardcore conservatives were down with that bill. And I saw speculation about Donald Trump reaching out to kill the bill right before they signed it. This was the first time I heard an actual official say something about it, which Ms. Harris did. But I am still eager to know, besides just that bill and that iteration of it, because she said she'd bring it back up if she's elected, what else that they may have had, what does she have in mind to do as far as what is her plan about the actual process of obtaining citizenship? Because part of the reason people do the sneaking is because it takes so long. It's like 7 to 9 years. Okay. So if there's a way to make the process 2 to 3 years, that would be an improvement. But needless to say, our front door has to be shut. No matter how much of a bleeding heart most of us have, most of us don't leave our front doors open. And that's how our border is. So it is important. And I do want to see, going forward, what she's going to do with that. But she did address it. Also, she addressed inflation. I didn't know. I was wondering if she would bring up the economy, and she did. But I was also wondering if she would be specific about inflation. She didn't dwell on it, but she did acknowledge that we were in global inflation, and that the U.S. had performed the best in the world during this global inflation. I was wondering if she was going to get to some of the root causes of it, i.e., too much money being in the system, from tax breaks to PPP and supply chain issues, which we had during the pandemic. All of those things, contributed to inflation, but she only had so much time, so maybe she'll get into that during the debate. But I was very surprised with the lock him up chants. I don't know why that surprised me. I should have saw that coming, but I didn't. When they had that ringing, that's going to be a pretty good one. I won't be surprised if we see that on news article of news reports later on. The lock him up chants were pretty good, but I think the coup de grace, the biggest gut punch that lady could have thrown, was when she called out JD and former President Trump for backing out of the debates. They have got to get the debates back on the schedule, because she went straight Debo on him with that and was like, y'all got a lot to say on social media and on the other news programs or whatever. And then she would, if y'all got something to say it to my face. And then looked all in the camera like, come on, 4 or 5, we cannot have that. You're going to have to debate the same way you were going to debate Sleepy Joe. Get on immigration, get on families and the women's right issue. Y'all go back, go head to head on that. But you cannot evade this lady, because the thing about it, in the 2020 campaign, when y'all was saying Sleepy Joe was in the basement and he wouldn't do enough appearances, that's what y'all use. So you cannot use this now, bro. You have got to come out. You cannot have this lady staring at some camera talking about you got something to say it to my face. Come on, hey man, let's go. I'm gonna be here for the debates and the rest of these rallies. But I'm gonna say this: Kamala done got her a taste of rally, and I think she like it. And that might be a problem. But anyway, I appreciate you fine people stopping by. Let me know what you guys think on the rally. What do y'all think about the performance as far as Ms. Harris's speech? What do you think about the enthusiasm with the crowd? What do you think about what she had to say about immigration and the economy specifically. And what do you guys think about the upcoming debate schedule? Oh, as far as Trump, because I do believe that they'll reschedule him. I think Trump will probably have some kind of terms he wants met, like exactly what networks or something like that. But I do believe he'll come back around and do them. But what I'm really wondering about is if they do get the debates going on. If they do get the debates going on, will Trump use his newly created nicknames, or will he really get down at the issues? That's what I'm really wanting to know about, because the nicknames served him well in the past. I just don't know how well they're going to work this time. So anyway, you guys let me know what you guys think about everything. Was it a good speech from Kamala? Do you think the energy was good? Do you think this is going to be an all-out brawl coming down to November? I do. I think a lot of things can change between now and then, i.e., I think JD is out of here. I don't think he was vetted properly. Too many old emails and text messages and stuff have come out that kind of conflict to where his stance is now. Some of you guys may have seen him. And really, to be honest, I think this whole campaign will go bonkers if he is replaced by Nikki Haley. I think that'll even the score. If Trump drops JD, y'all heard it first here on the Independent Mail. Drops JD for Nikki Haley, oh, it's on and popping, baby. It's on and popping. But y'all let me know what you think. Do y'all think JD gonna stay in? If he does, who do you guys think Trump should replace him with? I think it should be Nikki Haley. But y'all let me know. Until next time, you guys, peace and stay informed. Thank y'all for stopping by. Impromptu.